get corrected, but you could look at a lot of different things, a lot of different reasons why. I mean, one reason is you're playing a really good team. I mean, that's, you typically execute better when you're playing teams that aren't as good, but what we have to be able to do is we've got to be consistent in our execution. And regardless if we're playing a really strong team or somebody that maybe is not as strong, and that's for us to get to be a consistent winning program, we've got to get to where our execution is consistent each and every week.
As you alluded to, you're not tippy-toeing into this season by any means with the schedule. So after a tough opener, you got one of the top teams in the country coming in. How do you manage the mentality and the resiliency of this team to kind of weather these challenges?
Yeah, we talked about it a lot at the beginning of the year. This was going to be a challenging season. You can look at the schedule and see early on through some of our non-conference, and when we get in conference, this is a very strong conference. I think there's some really good teams that we'll be playing in conference this year. And I think that the biggest thing that we talk about is the grit and resilience to keep moving forward. You got to learn from each situation, good and bad. If we'd have gone out and won, we still would have had a lot of corrections in game one to fix. And so I think the biggest thing is to take each opportunity as a learning experience. And then once you do that, you got to move forward and keep moving forward and keep showing up. And what I know and what I believe from my previous experiences is if you can just show up each and every day and be consistent day in and day out, then eventually you're going to see that success. And and I believe we will this year. And our guys have responded so far this week in the right way. They've all shown up, been where they're supposed to be, and have a good attitude, and go back. And I'm confident that our guys will be ready to play on Saturday.
Coach, following up on Joey's question a little bit, how do you keep one loss from becoming two?
Yeah, talk about, very clearly explain why we lost the game, why we didn't execute, and how it looks, and show them that, hey, if we would have, look, this would have been a touchdown early on. All of a sudden, it's a different game. If we make a little bit better decision here, if where we're supposed to be, that saves a touchdown. So you show them so that they can see the opportunities that were there, and then, next time you get those opportunities, we got to make the most of it. But, this group's been through a lot. I would definitely wish and expected us to play better, but nobody quit. That's one thing I know, watching that last drive going all the way down there, and I wish we could have got it in, but nobody quit. And they were disappointed after the game, but they showed back up on Saturday morning, ready to go for meetings with their notebooks out, ready to take notes and learn from it. And they have pride. They put in a lot of work, and this season wasn't going to be built around the first two games. And if that was the case, it's going to be a pretty difficult deal. I mean, we're building towards a 12-game season. And that was a great opportunity last week, but it was exactly that, one opportunity. It's a great opportunity this week. It's exactly that, win or lose, it's one opportunity. So we got to just be consistent throughout the whole season for us to have a success.
All three of Florida's captains last week against Florida Atlantic were from Tampa Bay, and Zach Carter, Malik Davis, and Ventura Miller. Is that, just the way they built their program kind of coming down here each recruiting cycle, is Florida kind of could you use Florida as a model for how you want to maybe build this program with some of those higher recruited players from this particular area?
Yeah. I think what you can take is when you recruit well, you play well. I think you can take that. And there's definitely great talent here. But to be able to say that we're in a position to beat Florida on recruits, I don't think we have one player on our team that had a true opportunity. We don't have one coach on our team that had an opportunity to go do their job at Florida either. So I'm not sure that comparison is really valid in this situation. But there's no doubt there's talented players here in this area. And for us to improve big picture, we've got to improve our recruiting and talent, and we're working on that right now as well.
Anything else for Coach?